crowd is on their feet. We've got the Brooklyn Nets facing the Houston Rockets. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Here's Wood, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Wood. And finished off by Wood.
I love the unselfishness from Wall. When someone flashes open, I mean, he's right there with the pass.
Here's Irving. Oh, wow!
Nice! Oh, we've seen this before, from Griffin. His dunking ability is off the charts.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season. And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, when you draw this much attention from the D, you know someone's bound to be left open. Hard finding. Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other five in the league.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Now, here is Irving. After Eric Gordon's miss, here's Durant. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
So funny. I remember with those scouts how bad they talked about him during his time in the NBA scouting and all that, saying he couldn't lift and coming out of college, and he's gotten stronger. Durant's been able to do this with more regularity. Look, he powers through for the bucket. He gets a chance to tack on another point at the line.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that. And the chemistry Griffin has with his teammates, he's so good at realizing when to jump for the alley-oop.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Houston shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Harden outside. Launches a three. Shot clock reset for the Nets. Harris with it. Clock at 4. Rockets trail. Wall looking for an opening. And he hits it to tie the game up. Wall's got his second bucket of the game to go.
So hard to contain Wall in a pick and roll. He's too sly, too quick, too smart for the opposition.
Here's Harden. It's rebounded by Houston.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. Gotta get the whole team pumped up.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
On the wing, Harris bangs home the trifecta.
Well, here's the thing. Irving draws so much attention from the defense. I mean, there's always a guy left wide open.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he makes the first. And so John Wall nails both of them.
And you're just talking about pure speed, Wall is incredible, an explosive point guard who dominates at both ends.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Inside. Knocked away. Oh, here we go with Gordon. Nobody back.
Smooth gliding down the floor. Gordon has real nice finishing ability on the break.
Nets trailed by 3. .46 seconds left in the first quarter. Claxton, no good. So it's the Rockets now. Here's Olynyk. And Houston calls their first timeout of the game. Substitutions here. Here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Jordan. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
For the 3. From deep. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Rockets ahead, up 3. And the second quarter of scoreboard. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Well, I think playmaking has always been in Gordon's DNA. He loves to score, don't get me wrong. He also loves to shoot.
No good from Irving.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
And Christian Wood, undrafted in 2015 out of UNLV. Wait a minute, that's your alma mater. Hey, talk about his game. What do you like about Christian Wood's game?
Well, first I'll start with he went to UNLV. He's long, he's lean. I think he really fits the modern NBA as a small ball center. Able to hold his own on the glass and space the floor.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court. The Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you.
He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding on looking for the best shot possible.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And finished off by Wood.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. Our team's changing it up here. Nets trail by 13. Outside Jordan. Pass to Harden. The Nets working the ball around now. The offensive rebound. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Rockets.
Here's Augustine. Jordan with the rebound.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Harden outside. No good with the triple. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. And Jordan sends it back.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end.
From deep, Harden. Let's keep it alive. Tries again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Nets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
And Wall. Here we go now. Wood with the bucket.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Pass to Jordan. They kick it out to Green. Back to Jordan. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular. In over his 2 years at UNLV, Christian Wood shot just 26% from long range, so he's made a huge improvement in the NBA.
Yeah, and it's become a key part of his offensive game, GA. He's put the work in behind the scenes. I mean, developing a skill set that's so much in the middle. You see how hard Wall went inside? He welcomes the contact on every play.
So he gets them both. Nets trail by 15. Here's Jordan. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
A comfort zone of Jordan's. The closer he is to the rim, the more efficient he becomes.
Pass to Olynyk. And some very quick room on that possession. And the Rockets lead by 15.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Over in the corner, Brown. "35 seconds left in the first half of the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Tate. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down. He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense is creating some great opportunities.
Fade away. Griffin can't get it to go in. No good there. And so it's Houston out in front by 7. Their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Here's Augustine. Pass to House. That's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Porter looking it over. To the inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Irving misses. Here's Augustine. And Nwaba has it in the corner. 6 to shoot. Back to Augustine. Fires the 3. Hands it from downtown. He has 5.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
On the wing, Harris. Beyond the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harris has got 6.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Snatched away. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Oh, Porter in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Pass to Griffin. Will it go? And he lays it up and in. Griffin's got 4 this quarter.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game. And this is prolific and efficient.
Just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And drafted 42nd back in 2018 out of Miami, Bruce Brown has shown himself to be a rugged two-way guard.
Yeah, he's a second-round steal. Yeah, he competes at the defensive end of the floor, and the shooting numbers are trending in the right direction.
Rockets on offense. They're on a 16-7 run.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Pass to House. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws. Houston shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Latrey. Hands to the ball.